Good morning and welcome to Living Local 15. I'm your host, Jessica Williams. Thank you so much for joining me. It's time to grab a cup of joe and enjoy the show. First up, we have a sweet treat for you. We're learning how to decorate the cutest Easter cookies. This is such a fun activity that you can do with the kiddos or with a group of friends. Then Purdue Fort Wayne Community Arts Academy joins me in studio to share about their summer camp classes. That and more happening now.
Fashion, food, and fun. You're watching Living Local 15 with your host, Jessica Williams.
With Easter being right around the corner, happening this weekend, we thought we would have some fun and decorate some Easter cookies. I am here at Country Kitchen Sweet Art, and I'm joined by Amy Saleik, who is a baker with Amy Bakes. Hi.
Hi, it's great to see you again.
You too. How are you?
Good, thanks.
Good. Well, I'm so thrilled to decorate these cookies. I mean, your cookies are always so beautiful.
Thank you very much. Thank
yes.
you.
And so tell me a bit about your business, Amy Bakes.
I have a cottage bakery, which is based out of my home, and I decorate custom cookies for corporate events, for baby showers, bridal showers, weddings, and then I teach classes here as well.
Yes. And so, of course, people can explore all of the ingredients and shop here at the store.
It's a gorgeous store. They've got all kinds of sprinkles and tools, everything you could possibly need.
Yes, and I love that you teach the classes so people can come in and have fun. And you also do like to-go kits too.
Yes, they can purchase the class, and I will teach them everything step by step as we go. And then they can also purchase the take-home kit to go home and practice with a child, with a friend, or just more practice on their own.
Yeah, which is so fun. It's so soothing to decorate. So today we're going to decorate something new, some Easter blends. So I'm super excited about it. So where should we get started?
Great. Let's start with the bunny face and your white icing. And we're going to decorate each cookie in stages. So what we're going to do first is just draw a large oval for the bunny's face and then fill it in.
Okay. And remind me, with the fill-in method, am I just going around and around, or is it best just
You can just go right around and then fill it right in. And then I've got a small tool to your right called a scribe that you can use to fill in any holes or to move any icing.
Move any icing, okay.
Looks good.
I love how it just sets in.
Yeah.
It's like it can look kind of crazy, like, oh no, what will it look like? And then it just kind of calms down.
It does. It's hard to get the right consistency, but once you do, it just all flows together. And then if you'll pick up 2 of the black eyeballs, and you want to look for 2 that are similar in size, we'll put eyes on your bunny.
Okay.
Just drop them wherever you would like, and then just give them a little push and set them right in there. Perfect. And then the other part that we're going to do on this face right now is we're just going to draw an oblong oval in the right ear, not filling in the whole thing, but just the top portion.
Yeah.
And we work on every cookie in steps so that it dries separately and creates some dimension, which makes it look more realistic.
Oh, okay.
Perfect. The other thing you could do is give your little cookie a shake while it's sitting down on the paper, and that will help it to fill in those gaps also.
Okay, perfect.
And then if you want to set that one aside, and we'll come back to it.
Okay.
And we'll do our little bunny pot, which has the 2 ears at the top.
This is so cute, yes.
And we'll start with our pink icing for this one. And again, we'll work in steps, but what we'll do first is make 2 ears at the top, just the inner parts of the ears.
Okay.
2 loops. And then fill those in. And later we'll go back and add the white portion of the ear and the flower pot.
Okay.
And then we'll use the orange, and we'll start on our pot for our flower pot, and we're just going to do a large rectangle shape across the top.
Okay.
And not to the bottom portion yet.
Oh, I
when
feel
we
like
work in steps, it will dry separately and give good dimension.
Okay. Okay.
Looks great. And then set that aside.
Okay.
And let's do a little bit of our carrot next with green. Okay,
right.
and we'll go back to our bunny face again and filling that in. Okay, and then once we've done that, we're going to use our pink on the other ear.
Okay.
And instead of going all the way, because we've got that folded ear look, we're just going to go from the bunny face up to part of the ear in the middle, creating the center portion of the ear again. And we'll go back later and add the rest of the ear in white. And this time we're going to do the bottom portion of the carrot in orange.
Okay.
And same thing again, just outline that bottom portion and fill it in. Yeah, the biggest thing I noticed that beginners do is they don't put enough icing on, and you're doing a great job putting out nice and thick. So
Oh, good.
it's easier to spread around then.
Okay, because I was like, there has to be a technique where you don't have as many air bubbles as I have.
Yep, just put it on nice and thick, and then you won't have to touch it up much at all.
Okay.
And then you can set that one aside, and we'll go, while we're still using our orange, we'll go back to our bunny pot, and we'll do that bottom rectangle. And
Okay.
same thing again, just outline it and fill it in.
And I probably should not have drunk a whole cup of coffee before coming.
That might make your
Right.
hands not as steady.
All
Great.
right.
Then you can set that one aside. And now we get to have a little bit of fun with our large Easter egg. We're going to do this one in white. And what we'll do with the Easter egg is outline the entirety of it, fill it all the way in, and while it's still wet, you can use your other colors and make any kind of design that you want on the Easter egg. So you can put your name, you can put symbols, zigzags, polka dots, whatever you would like.
Okay. So filling the whole thing.
Takes a little while to fill it in because it's so large, but work quickly so that you can do the wet on wet design also.
Okay. Didn't look like it was going to look like that at first. Okay, so wet on wet. So now we're just applying the different.
Yep. All of your colors. You can use all 3 colors, 2 colors, 1 color, whatever you like to do. And by doing the wet on wet design, that way when it dries, it will all kind of meld together and be nice and flat, as opposed to some of these other ones that will have a lot of dimension.
Oh, okay.
I love it. It looks great.
Thanks.
Good job. That one then is finished, so you can just slide it aside. And let's go back to our bunny face.
Okay.
And with white, we're going to finish any of the areas that are still empty. We're going to do in white for the bunny ears.
Okay.
So you can just trace around the perimeter of that pink area on the left and fill in the ear. Okay. And then the same on the right. The areas that we've already iced obviously aren't dry yet. The whole cookie will take about a day to dry.
Oh,
fully.
wow.
If you don't eat it before then.
Right.
And then with either your pink or your orange, you can add a cute little nose for your bunny. Great. And that cookie is done.
So cute.
And we'll just touch up a couple of little things on our carrot and our pot, and then we'll be finished.
All right.
Let's go back to our carrot.
All right.
And add a green leaf on the left and the right of the top center one. Just small little circles like we did before.
Okay.
Beautiful job.
Thank you.
Okay, we can set that one aside and we'll go back to our flower pot.
Okay.
I love teaching classes because I have a lot of people who come in and think, oh, my cookies could never look like that. And then when we break it down step by step, they do a beautiful job. And in the end, everybody's happy. So
yes, it's so impressive.
With this one, all we're going to do is, again, trace around the pink portions and make two separate ears. Just make sure you leave a slight little gap in the middle so you can tell that there are two.
Okay, I see.
And you'll go all the way down to the orange part at the bottom.
Okay.
But leave those little parts sticking out on the left and the right, and we'll fill those in later with green. Oh, it looks good. Yeah. Okay. And then set that aside, and we'll go back and do just a little bit of line work on our carrot.
Okay.
You'll want to wipe your orange bag off with your washcloth so that your tip is nice and clean.
Okay.
And I just like to add a few little lines on the sides for dimension on top of my carrot. Just like that.
Okay.
Just a couple on each side. They can be long or short, whatever you like. Great. And then with your white, we're going to add a small bow right to the top of our carrot.
Oh, cute.
So just draw a straight line in white across the top where the orange and the green meet.
Okay.
And then we'll do two small loops right in the middle. And two small strings or lines coming down from there to make a small bow. Looks good. And then we just have one step left with our bunny pot. With a green, we're going to add some greenery, just kind of popping right out of that clay pot.
Okay.
So with your green, you can just add a few small dots of green on the left side and the right side in the middle. They can even come down onto the orange if you want, or go up into the white, whatever you like. Did a fantastic job. That's it.
That's
easy peasy, right?
Oh my goodness. All right, how fun is that, guys?
It's a lot of fun.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so like we said, people can
Yes.
come out and do these classes. Each month you have a different theme
Absolutely.
happening. So
Yes.
what's happening in May?
Yes, in May will be a honeybee theme, and in April is a Taylor Swift theme. So should be lots of fun.
That is fun. Well, thank you so much, Amy.
You're welcome. Thanks again. You did a great job.
Thank you. Guys, that was so much fun. You have to experience cookie decorating yourself and get these tips from Amy. And we'll have their website listed below to sign up, and we'll be right back.
Follow us on social media at Living Local 15.
The Fort Wayne Animal Care and Control provides an abundance of services for our furry friends, from shelter, care and adoption, and so much more. We're going to learn about their latest initiative from Abigail Reyes, their community relations and education specialist. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited to be here again.
Yes. Well, you know, animals are so important to so many people. They provide just that warm love, and they need to be loved and cared for as well. So I know through the Fort Wayne Animal Care and Control, you all have so many different programs. So kind of go over your programs, and then we're going to dive deep into what you brought today.
We do. We have so many programs that honestly, it's sometimes like I have to use my fingers to count the amount of programs we have. But all of these programs are used really to help benefit the community and to help all of the animals in our care, as our goal is to try to have a positive outcome for them. So with that being said, we always need the help of our community to reach our mission and our vision.
Yes, exactly, which is great. And out of all of the services, one that you all really do focus on is adoption.
Yes.
Right? So adoption and fostering. So tell me about that program.
So with our adoption, we have an amazing adoption counseling team. They always have like an open conversation with the potential adopter. The reason they have a conversation is because they want to make sure that the animal that they are going to adopt fits their lifestyle. An example I like to give is that if you are someone that is very relaxed and calm and is more of like that book person that wants to stay home, you probably want more of that same type of animal to do so. You really don't want like that high active, energetic, always need to be outside kind of dog, because then that might clash with your personalities.
Right.
And so we always want to make sure that we just have those conversations to make sure that we can pair up the good family together, because we just want to make sure everyone's happy at home as well as the animals.
Yeah, that is important. And what did you bring here today?
So for those who can't adopt, we always then encourage them, because we get it, adoption to an animal it's a life commitment, it's an investment to them, and we understand if some people are just not ready for that, we then encourage them to foster. So some of the things that I have brought here is a lot of the items we actually provide all of our foster families.
Oh.
So we don't want people to think that they're just going to come in and just figure it out themselves.
Right,
No.
right.
We have an amazing system. We have an amazing support team. We have our foster coordinator and our foster assistant coordinator who helps as well with the families. They work very closely, and they help make sure that they have all of their needs to take care of whether it's a kitten or a puppy inside of their home.
Okay, so those are the two types of animals that you foster.
We foster all kinds. So
Okay.
we have seen sometimes it's mostly cats, and especially this time of year is when we really need foster families, because like it's getting warm outside, cats are coming out, they're finding their friends, and they're making some kittens. So that's when we really need some foster families, because oftentimes those kittens are brought to us and we're like, well, you can't go to the adoption program just yet because you're not old enough. So we rely on our foster families to help take care of them. Now, another that we've seen pretty much lately is a lot of the puppies. We have seen puppies coming in to the shelter, and again, because they're underage, maybe they're not at that weight they need to be adopted. Again, we rely on our foster families to help take care of them, nourish them, get them up to that healthy weight and age so that they can be adopted out.
So what is the time frame or time period? Like, how long would one foster an animal?
That all depends. Every situation, every case is different. So that just depends on the animal you get. If you get a kitten, you could probably be fostering them up to about 8 weeks, because that's the age that we require for them to be adopted out. Some it depends on their health. We've had amazing foster families that have taken care of animals for about a couple months until that animal is up to a good health so that they are adopted out.
Oh, okay. So these little newborn kittens, they're so little.
They're tiny.
Those little pictures of them just sitting in people's hands are so cute. Okay, so you would foster like a newborn kitten and then just spend like a couple of months with them until they're ready to be adopted. Okay.
Yes. So the
that's
cool thing
sweet.
about the fostering is that unlike adoption where it's a lifetime commitment, you could foster, for example, those kittens for 8 weeks. You could take a break, say you just need a mental time, which we understand because it can be a lot. And then you can come back and say, okay, I'm ready to help foster another either litter or another dog, whatever the case we may have, they can do that.
Okay, that's awesome. So what is the steps really in process for them to understand what pet inventory you have? Like, would they look at this online? Would they come in person?
So to become a foster family, they can apply online, and then our team would reach out to them, have a conversation, walk them through the steps and process of how they can foster them, and then they give them a manual, kind of like this.
Okay.
So this is our team, and they just kind of give them like a procedure, different steps and advice that gives it to them. So this is really cool to have, and they just give it to them. And they give them a phone number as well, and then they just kind of walk them through. We have a pantry back there as well,
Okay.
so people can just kind of come if there's something that they need more of. So for example, if they need more food because they ran out, they just walk back there and they just grab it, and it's really a big trust system that we have with our foster system.
Wow, so it's not that you're just providing this basket on the first time. You're saying that throughout the process, you're going to give them food and make sure they have everything. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, we provide, Fort Wayne Animal Care and Control provides
Got some
everything.
milk formula.
We do. So we provide everything. We could provide them a basket if it's a bunch of small little kittens, blankets, food, formulas, because sometimes we have what's called bottle babies.
Yeah.
So just like a newborn baby, they got to be nourished. They just milk. And same way with our bottle babies, they don't eat solids just yet. So we need families that are ready to just open their home, even if it's temporary, to a lot of those animals.
Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, awesome. Well, thank you so much, Abigail,
Thank you.
for sharing about this program. And if you would like more information about the Fort Wayne Animal Care and Control, we'll have their website listed below to learn how you can foster a sweet little kitten and much more. We'll be right back.
Living Local 15, proudly driven by the Kelly Automotive Group.
Well, that's our show for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. And remember, you can always catch up on episodes or segments of Living Local 15 by going to WANE.com, downloading the WANE app, and also checking us out on YouTube. And I'll leave you with this. It's never too late to live your best life, so start living it today. And I look forward to seeing you here tomorrow for Friday. Bye-bye.